Yeah, circle no. You know, now it's totally different. Back then we used to write love letters. Man, we were poets by force.
Yeah, boy.
Write little poems, write little songs,
Roses are red, violets are blue.
roses are red, blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Had a binder on them shit.
Making phone calls. Now we hardly call on the phone.
Yeah.
Now it's Facebook, Twitter, uh, DM, Instagram, Snapchat. It's all on social media now. Then the only social media we used, what they used to use for dating, is dating sites
Yeah.
like Match.com, ChristianMingle.com, or whatever it is. What's the other one? What's that other one? Um,
Tinder, plenty of fish. You said
Plenty
match?
of Fish. What's that one that's blackpeoplemeet.com? It- MySpace started all this stuff. MySpace started this trend that we have now. MySpace, Facebook,
Pioneer.
and then you have the Instagram and all the other things that come along. But people just jump on the DM now. They don't even. Shoot, I remember when we had beepers. She'll beep me. You had to find the phone to make that call.
Go find
If
the
you
phone.
had a phone, and you had the phone booth talking it all sweet and stuff.
Damn.
At the phone booth.
That seemed like a whole generation.
A whole
life
different
ago.
generation,
A
man.
whole other world ago.
It's right,
Payphone.
exactly.
I don't even see payphones going like that.
No, you don't hardly see
Damn.
payphones no more, man.
Wow.
You probably see a payphone in a museum or something.
Man, okay.
Downtown by Good Sam.
Huh?
For
By
real?
Good Sam.
Yeah, a couple here.
Down there.
But remember, they were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
That's the last time I
On the
saw one.
corner,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Dang.
But now everybody on the cell phone.
Yeah.
Ella says she missed that.
For real.
Jamie said send the invite, but I can't find you to send it, Jamie. I don't know what's going on. Let's Facebook change the thing or something. Who's comment? Last comment? I have no idea.
You can't find her?
No. Send it to me, Jamie. But yeah, dating is totally different. But my advice to you, well, let me ask the guys first. Trey, what would your advice be for a person to get ready to start dating?
To start dating?
Yes,
Yes,
to
I-
jump back into dating. Let's say they used to date or they were in a long-term relationship, and now they're not dating or they haven't been dating for a few years.
There
for
could
a
be
little
there could be multiple advice on that one. There could be a concept of like, and really, what are you going out there for? You follow me? There's that, and there's the old simple saying of know thyself. So, and it's not no disregard. Like say we would talk about new school or people that don't really go the formal concept of dating. Like the person know what they prefer in a sense. Some people play the other act towards things, but even people that came out of a long relationship realize what the effort or the actual time it took to actually build something reliable in that sense. So you're not going to automatically jump out there and boom, meet that individual. Me, the way I've always said things, my first 2-3 actual, like say if it's date, it's gonna be somewhere we could speak. I like more old Italian type of places because the music is at a very low, and so I'm gonna hear you clearly. Because we're gonna speak, it's almost like what you said to me on the phone. Now I want you to almost spit it back to me where I can see you in your face to face now. You feel me? Because everything I've said, you said you heard already. So through this part, you see this is a different individual. So now I'm giving you the same opportunity in itself.
Yeah.
So you're telling me face to face. Well, a lot of girls at first get surprised because when they thinking, oh, I'm stepping out with a dude like this, so it's more like urban kind of concept. It's like, nah. Within that time, I'm gonna take your ass to a strip. At that time, I'm taking a chick to a strip club.
Wait, you take a chick to a strip club on
Taking
the
her to a
tip?
strip club.
See how they act.
If we have a lunch date, like about 30 seconds, because I had chicks I had a lunch date with, because the schedule would have permitted so. You feel me? So yeah, we go to King's Buffet here and that. Yeah, we're going to Cheetahs for a second. I really ain't here for the food, but you're gonna say at the same time, I like other women, sweetheart. Not in the sense I want to sleep with every woman, but I like other women. My particular, what I practice is that I like other women. I play pool. I like strip club. I play basketball, and I go to work. This is what I do. So if we gonna continue, that's the third or fourth date right there. Because the chick, if we gonna continue this, you gonna realize this get maybe 15 to 20% of my time, right?
So basically, put yourself out there
Yeah.
and
That'll
be
make
real about who you
She's
are.
going, yeah. As I speak, she's seeing the action. As we is sitting here, the girls that come by like, oh, how you know? Is this her? No, it's not her. We just chilling, because we been chilling for the last couple. You gonna see it being spoken verbally. You like, oh, I feel threatened now. You just tighten up then what we doing here. Cause but there's different. It works out in different ways.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Seth?
I mean, you know, I mean, this is life, so I don't want to set like a certain parameter or regulation and make it solid concrete of what dating should be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be slightly different for everybody else. But I think the important key factors are, like you said, to know yourself, know thyself, and be creative and set your own parameters. You know what I'm saying? But don't put expectations. I mean, expectations will set your ass up too, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
don't be
that's
sitting
very
on your high horse and stuff like that. Be creative. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna date, shit, by all means, do what you got to do. But like me personally, if I like were to date after so many years, like first of all, like she would have to be like a parent, because I think that's there's a big difference between that experience, somebody actually going through that for so many years, and a woman that hasn't, especially for a woman that hasn't yet. It's a big difference, man. There's a level of maturity when you actually have that responsibility for a number of years. So you would have to be like at least one child or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the first that's the first thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And she'll just have to be on her mature game. You know? Yeah, definitely.
So she would. I want to ask Ray this: would you do the strip club thing on a first date?
If it's a planned first, I've done it.
Unless you,
it was in a planned first date. I was out and about with somebody. Actually, the chick kind of waved me over. Bro, step. You feel me? I'm like, I double back on you. Let me see where this go. You feel me? So I come over there. She offered me a drink. I said, bye, bye, bye. We go to I like pool and I like strip club. You know what? Since this party's dying, I'm gonna go somewhere where I play pool at. Because at the same time, as we was talking, I'm letting you know exactly how I am. Or you saying you're comfortable, you're open-minded, you're semi-bisexual, whatever. Well, this is feeling perfect. Now let's go over here and tell y'all not to cheat us. You feel me? Because we finna do this. Because as you speak it, you think because I'm playing pool and I'm drinking, I'm not listening. When I'm playing pool, she try to do that little high school thing. I'm like, we're not high school no more. This ain't little kids thing. I'm playing pool here now. So she down somewhere. You feel me?
the high school thing she tried.
You know the high school thing, like show me how to shoot a shot and all that. Sweetheart, that's high school. That's high school. Don't I ain't show you shoot a shot.
You better know how to shoot already, bitch.
If you this
you finna get your ass banged, man. You finna lose. You finna lose.
for real, cause it's like if you in your 20s, sweetheart, past 20 something, 25 or something, you been to a pool hall and you did that already.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Let's stop that. You feel me? I'm playing pool and I'm playing with somebody that I want to be. So go throw some dart. Go sit your ass down. But that's just real talk. Because I like to play pool.
You ain't gonna let me win. You ain't gonna let me win.
If you really can't play, you ain't feel to play. Like go play with her. I'm playing pool.
Yeah, straight up,
We're not
we
doing
playing.
this here. But as the girl, because I just met this chick. As we speaking, she's talking in that fashion like, okay, I'm on that kind of okay. Well, we're going to go to Cheetahs. Same individual that's mostly works there that knows me or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's not her, but that's somebody somewhat out there. Bye-bye. She's kind of on that, titties coming out and everything. You know? Now, this girl, actually, by the end of this one night stand, I actually was messed up by this one.
Real?
You feel me? Because this is, and most people that know me say I don't date black. This was a black. You feel me? And I'm like, well, you're slightly older, but I respect this one. I'm like, I like it. So we do the thizzle. She does the purse thing and the car thing. I'm like, she did the jacket thing. I'll drop the jacket tomorrow. You know the old school book crap. You feel me? So, boom. Why I fall back from chick is because by the time I get to work, she used to do hair. There's a dude that works with me. By the time I get to work, Bruh's telling me, oh yeah, I heard you stepped out with chick, my homegirl, she does my hair. Now this is from 7 yesterday. I went home probably like 4 in the morning. I'm at work at 10.
Damn,
I left
so
you
already
when you're
spread.
going to sleep, so you're getting up at 7, 8
Spread.
o'clock, and the whole time we talked the night
Yeah.
before, we said we're not on none of this right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
See, I know myself at the time. I know myself,
Yeah.
and I expressed myself verbally, and you got on the same accord. That's how come that whole night went like that. If you would have said, you know, okay, I'm going to talk a little more, and if I ain't really feeling the mood, I feel it. All right, nice meeting you. I'll talk to you later because I feel to do what I likes to do. You feel me? And that's why I never messed with the chick.
What?
She went too
talked?
strong right from the beginning.
What you was saying, though? Like,
What she talked to do, she can't wait to see me. She thinks she really likes me, all that. It was one night. I liked you. I wanted to meet you, but 2 weeks later she would have been in love. And I'm like, I can't do that. For an older woman, I was surprised. So I like, nah, I'm not going down that route.
damn.
Brought the thing back. I talked to you. I ran into it. She didn't like the experience. She like, yeah, you gotta pay to get in here. Okay, here's the $10. Whatever.
Damn.
She, I don't know.
Damn.
But
Yeah, all right. Well, my advice would be to anybody who's either trying to date or trying to get back into dating. Some of you probably have been either married for a long time or was in a relationship for a long time and probably don't even know how dating goes right now. You know, because as we just established, it's a whole different scene from then and now, even with the communication. You know, and I've even fallen victim to it, where I mostly text. You know what I'm saying? And I usually hate it in the beginning. You know, but I guess over time it's
Used to it.
right. As they say, it's the norm now.
Yeah.
Right. But one of my advice to you guys that's listening would be to first know what you want. First know what you want and know where you want to go with this. Okay? Like you just said, and that was where you wanted. When you met her, you told her what's up, straight up, blah, 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 blah. You know, you already told her, hey, it's just going to be a one thing. You know, you already told her you wasn't going to be that serious, basically.
I would have dealt with her if she ain't
Right,
that
but
quick.
you already told her what's up, though.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
too
saying?
quick.
So
That's too quick.
the other thing is, if somebody already tell you what's up, already know that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If something change, let it gradually change. Don't force the change. Oh, I was blocking my mic. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Know what's up. Know yourself, first of all, like we said earlier. Know yourself. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you know you, I don't want to say the word lose. If you know you can't handle certain things, for example, like alcohol, don't go to a bar on the first date, or on the date period. You see what I'm saying? Because then let him get to know you and see, okay, because you go on the first date and you can't handle your alcohol, or you're at the bar and you start throwing up, or you start just undressing yourself, or table dancing.
Shit, I mean, I'd rather you do that and let me know up front.
Right. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what you're going to do later.
Yeah, of course.
Do it on
You'd
the
rather
first date,
let,
please.
do that, let you know
Please,
up front,
sweetheart,
but
yeah.
at the same time, you ain't gonna really take her seriously.
Damn right, it's over there.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. When she could actually be a good person, she just don't have no
Just
control on that, and you could be the one to help her control that. You see what I'm saying? But
Just 'cause something's
if
good
that
doesn't mean it's
bad
good
comes
for you.
out first,
Mm-hmm.
then you already have that bad perspective on,
Yeah.
on you. So first, know yourself. Hey, Jaffe. Hey, Ella. First, know yourself. Okay? 2, know your limits. Okay? Especially when it comes to drinking.
Girls never know their limits when it comes to drinking.
Man, please.
That's why I'm in the first instance.
And that's not only for girls, that's also for you gentlemen. Know your limit. You know, especially if you get violent when you drink, know your limit. It'll be a shame that you have to go to jail at the end of the day. Alright? Know yourself, know what you want as well. Alright? Let's say you meet Joe and you also met Freddie. Okay? Now you met Joe, you already know what you want from Joe. You say, okay, Joe already look like a nerd, you know, Joe already look like he ain't about nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead on and have some fun with Joe, you know what I'm saying? Kick it with Joe. But he looks so handsome, he look handsome, you know, I might give him some. I know most of y'all already make that up in your mind. Alright? Now with Freddie, you say with Freddie, you know what? I can actually, you know, see myself with Freddie. You know what I mean? Already know what you want and then proceed with the date accordingly.
Joe
Alright?
the nerd would never get any play, man. They're gonna give it all to Freddie, and he's the crazy bad guy, and that's what's attractive.
And that is so funny that you say that because a lot of girls now, especially now, it started then, but a lot of girls now, they're more attracted to the bad boy, and then later on complain about there's no more good guys, or there's no guys out there for them.
You're gonna get the
No.
good and the bad with both situations.
Yes, you are.
They tend to want to go to I don't know. I guess it's more exciting or something, man. You know, go to Freddie, who's probably gonna slap
But you
you
can
around a
also
little
have
bit.
a good guy that's exciting.
It's almost impossible. You can tell them that.
No,
Tell them that.
I could tell them that the point is they won't
They won't
listen.
get it.
See,
I'm exciting,
I
but
tell
I
you-
ain't crazy.
Yeah.
I told
You
They
know,
want
but
somebody to smack them up a little bit. I
they
don't know.
want somebody
I could be
smacking
wrong.
them up. I don't know why, but
I was telling Robin that earlier because the only reason I hate hearing that is because
here's
on
what.
that concept is the dude. You feel me? Like it's logically, if the female is 30, approximately how many people she dated? I'm gonna give a pretty between 6 and
good
maybe
number.
like 11. I ain't saying you slept with. I'm talking about you dated, and for a decent period, not somebody you talked to, somebody you dated for a little bit. Now 5 to 7 of them is semi-serious. A couple of them were serious. Now if all of them followed the same pattern, sweetheart, who was the one coming there?
You.
Right.
You feel me? I'm not saying
Right.
that you were horrible, you brought that upon yourself or none of that. I'm saying somewhere in your algorithm of your choosing pattern or whatever that you're not assessing for that individual. Now it's different for somebody that go in a relationship 17 years and only dated one person before that or 2 people before that. You feel me? But if most of us have not. People got married and got divorced within that period amount of time. You follow me?
numerous times.
So, but if you dated and 5 of them stand out, 7 of them will stand out, and you
you're the
say,
problem.
and realize what it is that the default of what it is that that's part of knowing self. You might want to appease certain part of yourself and be like, you know what, bro, this is what I like you, but this is something that I like to do right here.
But why
And-
not switch it up? Why take so many times to actually go after the good guy that's not so boring, but I'm saying, but he's not gonna smack you up, but he's still a good guy. But you know what I'm saying, and he could still be exciting. You know, what I'm saying?
He could be, and it's not, see, when the beating up process, right? Before the woman almost get comfortable with that itself, most of the time when physical, verbal come in, when they run into the individual that really is like, you know what, I'm not gonna whoop you. I'm not that. But she now has a challenge because she actually appeased him. She actually, part of her derive a purpose after that point. You feel me? So now she runs into that, and most of the dude that won't beat you can't stand verbally because verbally comes with that.
That's
so
true. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, after a certain point, you're like, you know what?
Now you're.
I can't do this no more.
And now you feel like you're overbearing the
You're
man.
overbearing.
Like, yeah,
'Cause
like,
you put
like
me in
now
a-
he's soft or he can't handle me, and women don't like that. They're not gonna deal with it like that.
Like, what
and that's
the
what the
hell?
whole good guy, bad guy.
And the dude got it clear. But if to me, if I meet a woman like that, you psych already. And they're thinking people that takes pills, you psych. You feel me? There's people famous people from any different form though that is mentally, I don't want to say mentally retarded in a sense, but there's a form of disability in that for real because
there is.
the disability. In all reality, some people how they thought process
Yeah.
work. I'm like, how does your
That's how
thought process work?
psychology. It is.
If everybody from the outside don't tell you this particular individual at all given times and don't tell you multiple times you don't did the
All the
same thing,
time.
and every time you came to me, you said I'm trying to change the pattern. Sweetheart, by the 5th time, kiss my ass, dude. You remember?
Alright,
It's good to talk, but it takes the action.
Yeah,
here.
the action is totally different from that. Man.
All right. The other thing I want to say to some of you guys, is to go to somewhere where you can actually speak, to go somewhere where you guys can actually get to enjoy, preferably somewhere fun, like go shoot pool, go at a water park, or even the gun range is fun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some form of activity.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Go to a fun park or something like that,
Somebody
or
piss
just
you
go
off
to
and
the
you
park
just shoot their
itself.
No.
You'll be surprised. The park is one is romantic, two, especially if you go in the evening, you just have you and the person that you're with to speak to, or take a stroll to the beach or something like that.
On a date?
I don't know if I would say on the first date, because just
Okay.
in case dude's crazy or she's crazy, you want to make sure you get home, okay? Yeah. The other thing is, I think somebody wrote it too. Let me see who said it. Killer said, "Don't settle." Okay. I agree. Who said that? Okay, Ella said, just go with the flow. Sometimes it's important to just go with the flow. You see what I'm saying? Because you're trying to get to know the person. Me, anybody that I've dated or whatever, I want them to be themselves, and I allow them to be themselves. But the good thing with me is that I don't judge. You see what I'm saying? But I rather them be themselves, so I know who I'm dealing with. If I need to either not be there or be there, if I can handle it or not handle it, or if I can help them to change certain things. But I don't want to. You don't want to force anybody to change. Anybody you force to change, eventually will go back to the way they are.
Yeah, you can.
You see what I'm saying? You can't really change them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can give them advice. You can help them change. You can tell them what you like and don't like, and if they like you enough, they themselves will change certain things. All right, so go with the flow, whether it leads to fun or not, but you go with the flow and enjoy the date. That's the main part of it, knowing that you can enjoy the date with the person that you're out with. Jamie says people have to be clear on their intentions for dating. If you go head first, then you'll fall into all kinds of situations. I totally agree. Most men don't go in head first. Sorry to say, that's more of a woman thing. Not saying that no men have done it. It's a few men out there that does do that. You see what I'm
What's the
saying?
head first implying?
Huh?
Head first means like the old girl you were just talking about. That's a perfect example.
Okay.
One day and then she,
Yeah, okay.
And
I
she's
want to
up.
do this, and that.
Right.
Well, men are gonna retract from that. Most men, straight up.
Right.
man.
You,
You
yeah,
just
a
tested
lot
the
of
water,
men
you might
will
just
go
wanna
away
get,
from
you never
that.
know. Yeah.
How do you get a hook on one date?
That's not real. That's not realistic.
Say you're in love in one date. I've actually heard women who say that there's a guy who does that. There's a few men that does that. After the first date, talking about I love you.
The man says that?
A man, yeah.
He's psyched too.
Great. He's psyched.
uh,
But yeah, I had a girl who told me that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I don't want to rule that out, but that's just it's
that's-
unrealistic and
That's
in
a
way
very
for-
low number.
yeah,
that's
that's,
very
that's a
that's
very
gotta be
low
rare.
number for men. Yeah.
For it to be fully rare, like real, that's rare though.
Killer said that's a girl's preference, not a woman's.
Yeah.
Killer, what exactly were you talking about when you said that? Sorry, I didn't read it at the time.
You know, with the whole bad boy versus.
Oh, with the whole bad boy thing?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't
what's
know,
up.
man. I've seen a lot of older women
That's
say
right.
that. I've seen
Like
a
you
lot
said,
of
by the
older
time
women
you
say that.
11
a lot
men,
of girls say-
you're 30 and 40, man.
And some people don't see like reality.
Mhm.
Now, you put any black man, right?
Mhm.
He was raised not in the hood, but he was raised in the streets somewhat. You feel me? But there's a difference from like I was in the hood or like Obama.
Mhm.
Okay? Obama, yeah, you ain't street. You definitely in the street in.
Mhm.
You feel me? But you black, so I bet you don't been around black
Yeah,
culture.
you have the experience. Yeah.
You feel me? Because all of us have that. Haitians, Jamaican, whatever. You have that. You feel me? And some of us dabble and became street. That's what we became. And the woman that, because, and me being what I was, and the girls that comes or the woman that comes that attached to it, that same woman, as she grows, also realizes there's dudes that ran the street at that level and that pulls out and still has that, but not in the magnitude where it becomes non-realistic for any form of relationship.
But she's saying like only a girl wouldn't pick somebody like Obama even at a young age. Like they wouldn't see his vision. His future.
No,
they'll deal with.
They're looking
you know,
for just fun.
The hood.
No,
Yeah, they're looking for just fun, the
Yeah.
club,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
and
at a
that.
young
But
age,
you
you
have to learn to grow out of that.
And
Yeah,
some of
that's
them
the part
can't
of
grow
growth.
out of that.
That's the
Oh,
part.
That's part of growth.
Because-
You have to learn to grow out of that because you're not gonna find a guy or even a woman that wants to stay in the club scene forever. You know, unless that's part of their career.
Actually, you get tired of
They
that.
don't want to stay in that.
You
scene
understand
forever.
that for a young age, because
Yeah.
for a young age you want to be entertained,
Mm-hmm.
and entertainment comes. If a person that becomes a doctor or psychologist.
But
or
that goes back to
the-
when I said know what you want, because if you're just looking to have some fun and run the streets, don't go. I agree with you. Don't go looking for a nice guy, because then you're gonna mess him up.
But that's kind of what Jamie said. A lot of women are gonna be like, oh, we're just kicking it, we chilling. 99% of the time, they want to turn that into a relationship. And that's not the dude you should be in a relationship with.
Right.
But you were just kicking in the beginning, and then you start falling. I mean, that naturally happens because we're human. There's a man and a woman. You're hanging with with the opposite sex all the time. That's gonna naturally happen, especially for a woman.
That's how some of these ugly dudes end up with some pretty women.
Yeah, you were just
Social-
kicking it, getting his money, and bam, he know what he was doing
That
too.
you enjoy.
social beings,
Get that
though,
ugly.
you learn to get social beings and
Yeah.
anything over time.
Over time,
That's how I used to
will
make
grow
that,
on you.
I used to make that analogy because I was like, when I was locked up, people that never seen inside of a cell or anything like that, they would come by. If you see the glass, people in the glass, you'd be like, "How is y'all laughing, chilling, and all that?" Because see, that person who within a minute, 5 minutes ago, never seen nothing like this, they'd be like, "These y'all crazy." But to the person that's been here 3, me 7, the person that's been here 15. This is, I got comfortable with it.
Yeah.
At a
Grows
point
on
of time, you're like, nah. You feel me? But part of the advice I was saying earlier was for the ones that's like five dudes down. It's like, sweetheart, 5 dudes down, you realize, okay, I like a street dude, but I don't need a that's doing and we know what the N stands for nothing but ignorant, bro. He's
Yeah,
doing
you know-
everything on every level ignorant. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, I could have me a street dude that knows knowledge and we speak. We'll sit down, we'll smoke a split,
Yeah.
but I still got him pushing his thing, doing his job and
Yeah.
everything like that, so we can get a better future. Not the same dude that's just like, stop ignorant, we ain't gonna bop to
Yeah,
nothing.
kill that.
Complain still.
The other thing I would tell you guys, go somewhere where you can actually speak. I think I said that already.
Yeah.
Go somewhere where you can actually speak and actually get to know each other. Or go somewhere where you can actually have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere where you can have some fun. I already gave you guys certain ideas, where to go on a date, especially on the first date. Go somewhere where you can have some fun, where you can talk, where you can have some light touching and stuff like that. That way, when I say light touching, for example, like
Brush
you
here
can,
and
yeah,
I know what
you
I
know what
you mean.
exactly. You know
I
what I'm
was did it
saying?
before too.
Like, take your little hand or put your arms around her.
On a
you know
first
what I'm
date?
saying? Huh?
On a first date?
Yeah, see,
can
for
hold
breast
hands. I ain't
thing,
doing no
she got
arm
good
around.
hygiene. That's very important. You need to find out if that breast thing early. Because, woof.
Just communication, you can tell.
No, you ain't gonna get
You ain't
that
gotta
close
hold
if you-
hands to
no.
find
You
out.
can't hold
What?
hands in
You
the
gonna
first date?
First
see that in
date?
the movies.
I won't
and-
do it 'cause it's too
and-
strong.
No.
But you
It
can't.
depends. It depends on the side.
Right.
If we walking across the street, we're going to the top stairs somewhere, like, ah. But if we walking down the block and you want to hold, hey, sweetheart, like, I don't know about all this right here, because this is going to be for like 2 minutes. This might imply. You got to look at all that.
Yeah,
10
like,
seconds,
chill.
2 minutes. Hold up.
Yeah.
I mesmerized the whole time I was holding your hand.
Feel it.
They do, bro.
Yeah.
They do.
That's too much.
That's too
That's too
much.
much.
They do, man. I would
Maybe
say,
said light touching.
I would say first date is always that it says pick somewhere that you're comfortable.
Definitely.
Because it's not, you ain't gotta be yourself, but if you fugazing or just in the whole time uncomfortable, it's gonna show. Especially most of the time it's the dude trying to pull the woman, especially if she's equivalent of something that you
That's why I
actually
tell
desire.
them, you gotta
Yeah.
learn to be
Yeah.
yourself. You
Yeah.
gotta
Be
know that
yourself.
you can be yourself around the
Absolutely.
person
Yeah.
that you're
That's
with.
very important.
That's very important because if you have certain ways and you hiding it from him, eventually it'll come out.
Pop
Yeah.
out.
You see what I'm saying?
Pop
But
out.
you rather come out, even if not on the first date,
Yeah.
but within the first month at least, learn to be yourself around the
time
person
don't
you're
build a
with.
little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but not the first
Now,
date.
if you have a crazy side, I say take 2 months. But I'm just saying. But I want to know that part early. You know what I mean? I want to know if you're crazy. I want to know if you're freaky. I want to know
Me
if
too.
you're loving. I want to know if you're caring. Let me know all of that early so I can make a sound decision. If I'm going to let you go soft, I'm going to just say, look.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The another advice I like to give the listeners is, especially on the first date. On the first date is different from first and second. I would say between first and third date. But definitely the first date. Depending on how comfortable you are with the gentleman, or if you known him prior. After the third date, okay. But if not, between the first and the third date, definitely the first date. Go somewhere, like you said, be comfortable. Go somewhere public. Go somewhere where people can see y'all together. Go somewhere where there's some cameras, in case you come up missing the next day. God forbid, but I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Especially if you pick them up from
And drive yourself. Don't let him pick you up.
But
Drive
go
yourself.
somewhere where it's public, where you know you're gonna be safe. Never have him pick you up from your house, unless you know. But if you just met him or it's a setup, don't have him pick you up from your house because you don't know if dude is crazy.
Keep
or,
taxi
or,
money.
Or cool. Or what? The other thing for you ladies, and this is for the men too, but for you ladies first, always carry some cash with you. Always carry some cash with you, no matter what. Even if he looks like he's balling, always carry some cash with you. The other thing is, this one is for the men. Don't go on a date and then tell the girl she gotta pay, man. Especially on the first date. I heard this story. Matter of fact, Span Toya told us that story maybe 2 or 3 months ago on the show. She went on the date. At the date, they eating Tabcom. While they was eating, I believe. Guy said to her, "You got this, right?" Like, nigga. Are you serious?
They split it in half. That's what he meant.
No. He wanted her to pay.
Damn.
Cedric said,
I'm not-
damn. He wanted her to pay.
And why he wanted to pay? He just wanted her to pay?
He just wanted her to pay. I guess he ain't had no money or whatever. And the
He ain't got no job or nothing?
I have no idea.
He could have borrowed money for the date
He could have borrowed money from the date.
if he had.
If
no
you-
money.
And the worst thing is,
Yeah.
this is somebody who's been trying to take her out,
Oh, yeah.
and she's been avoiding for a little while.
See, I was gonna say maybe she asked him out.
Yeah,
No.
If she asked him out, it's almost her.
No, if she asked him